Hi guys, it's me again, Kyoko. What's up, y'all? Hey, thanks for all the well wishes for my boyfriend's eye. He's gonna get there. But you know what? He looks pretty goddamn good for Halloween. Anyway, Brittany's back. She's back on track. Well, I don't know why the team deactivated or pretended to delete her Instagram. They're just always up to something, aren't they? That naughty little T-Con team. Because, what? Nothing's gone. All the nudes are still there. But there's one thing I did find. Hey, I'm always doing the investigations for the nations. So, as we all know, Halloween is coming up. Are we going to see Brittany dressed up? And if we do, will it be the Brittany stand-in? These are all the questions I have. But there's one thing that everyone's blowing up about, saying, oh, they're just making it up that Brittany loves eating a good steak. Sam cooks her favourite meal, which is steak, fillet steak. And everyone's just like, no, Brittany said it makes her sick. Have a quick listen.
My stomach is so sensitive. I have a steak, I'll be sick for 3 days.
So now everyone's like, well, you know, obviously they're lying. And I'm usually with everyone saying, yeah, shit, yeah, they're lying. Guess what, everyone? Listen to this.
So I'm here today to answer all of your questions in the comments. And the first main question that you guys ask me is, what's my favorite holiday? My favorite holiday is probably Halloween, just because I love getting dressed up, I love the candy, and I love scaring people. My favorite subject in school was history. My favorite designer is Tom Ford. My favorite restaurant is Mastro's, just because I love a steak and baked potatoes. And my favorite book, very good question, is probably A Good Woman by Danielle Steele.
Remember she used to do all these Q&As when she was still in the conservatorship? I kind of miss them because we got to see Brittany talk and be strange. You know what I mean? Look at her. Look at her with the big panda eyes. But she does say her favourite restaurant is Maestro's because she loves steak and potatoes. So there you go. I debunked that one, guys. I hope you all listen because sometimes this little koala knows. What's up, y'all? But yeah, she's gone back to Twitter today, and I don't think she's posting on Twitter. Just to be fair, I think that it's the team once again. And I said, how long ago, guys, how long ago did I say that Brittany's posts are like she's done a voice memo and they've just turned it into text? This audio that she's put out today on Twitter, I have seen written on Instagram. Now, I can't frickin' find it, but in my searching, I found that one with her talking about how she loves fillet steak. So at least we cleared that up. But, where is the one where she's talking about the MRIs? I'm sure you guys remember that. It was a big, lengthy post that she's talking about having to go in the MRI machine so many times. And she seems to end most of her posts off these days with, I hope my dad burns in hell. Hey, Britt, you know what? You're not alone. There's probably a lot of people that feel like that about their mum or their dad. So, whatevs. Let's just have a quick listen to the audio before we go through what she wrote along with the audio. I don't think it's her. I honestly swear to God think it is word salad, that they just jumble all the things that she's written down and put in audio, and they just jumble it up. It's like an automated jumble. And it's just the same shit, different day of her word jumbles. That's how I feel, man. Let's go. Let's listen.
Okay, so another thing I haven't really shared, which is one of the weirdest things I've ever encountered. I had 3 MRIs before I went to that place. I wasn't complaining about anything. I was just told I had to go. It was my dad, and I had no rights at the time, so I basically had to. So I did it, and I was immediately like, why am I having to go to do these MRIs so many times? Because when I was younger, I had a cyst on my chest when I was like 8 years old. They did an MRI because they thought it was cancer, but it wasn't. It was completely fine. So whenever I hear the word MRI, I kind of was like, oh, that's a big deal. Like something must be wrong with me or whatever. But I remember when I was younger and I was like 8, I stayed in that machine for no more than 30 minutes, if that. And you had to be still, and you had to do it all over again if you moved. But when I went during the conservatorship, right before they sent me to that place, I did it 3 times, and I stayed in there for an hour each time, which is a lot of being still, and I had to go back 3 times. And so the whole thing didn't make sense. The isolation, the nurses, the vials of blood, the constant communication. And I swear to God, it was some sort of, to me, I was like, wait, is this a new kind of cancer treatment? That's why they sent me away to this place. They didn't want me to know. Is that what's the big secret? Like, and so yeah, I was basically really kind of confused, you know. Honestly, yeah, again, I wanted to believe that because maybe it made more sense, but none of that was true. None of that is true. I'm fine. I'm alive. And if my dad, the conclusion, the hardest thing is to just know that they were just being mean. And I really felt like my dad was trying to kill me. And I hope he burns in fucking hell.
So don't you feel like we've heard all that before in written word? Because I do. If someone can find it, please send it to me. Because it's probably another deleted post that you just got to try and locate somewhere. But let's just read what she wrote along with it. For no reason at all, I believe in consequences. I believe I have absolutely nothing to prove on my whereabouts of what was done to me. It is all known. With that being said, people who have mistreated me on that kind of scale, just ending the system is not good enough. All right, so she's talking about how the conservatorship may have ended in her life, but there's no repercussions. You know what I mean? So for me, they hurt me. I did absolutely nothing wrong. I have no justice at all in my eyes. At all. The court system ended it 2 years after I told them about 15 years of my abuse. My home friends jumping up and down when the judge ruled it to be over. A metaphor. To join the cliché. Yet, when I called them in that place, they said it's not illegal, but it may seem illegal with what they are doing because what you're in is different. Different, my ass. It's been many months since it has been over. My wish is to take my father to a place. Many months. Actually, it's been over for nearly a year, girlfriend. But anyway, take his car away, his home away, his door to privacy away. Sit him down 7 days a week from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. being asked questions and people treating him like a science experience or experiment, probably. Sam, are you writing this? Monitoring his food, no phone, nurses watch him shower and dress. I want him to go through all the things with no effing reason at all and have him call his family and they say, we don't know. I'd like to see the state of California sit back and have 4 security men at a trailer house for 4 months telling him he cannot leave. I'd like to see how he would feel. But see, that will never happen. The good thing that happened for me was it ended. Yeah, it's true. I don't see how they get to walk away so easily and get away with what was done to me. The world has shown me, the world only, that cruelty wins. That's correct. Cruelty wins a lot, sadly. We don't live in a utopia as we'd all like to. Utopia would be awesome if we could all just live freely, happy, no judgment, just love. But that's why it's called utopia. We live in a world with humans, and humans are pretty dark. Like, think about it. Just think about it. You see an accident on the road, you slow down, hoping to see maybe a dead body on the road with a sheet over it. I'm not being weird here, but we're pretty dark as humans. So this is why we love all this stuff about Britney, because it's freaking dark. And it's very intriguing. And I truly hope she gets justice. But on the other hand, she was put into this because she was unwell. And yes, they took it on for probably far too long. We all know that. But cruelty doesn't win. And I just think Brittany, I don't know, she needs like some serious help to get over this because, you know, people have had just as cruel and crueler things done to them. And they seem to live a lot happier than Brittany. And I really don't know what she wants to get out of this. And I know everyone's lost it about what Liz Day said. Liz Day is the New York Times lady that basically opened the whole Free Britney movement up. and did the big expose in the New York Times. And she said, in all of this, she said, I don't really know what Britney wants from this. Well, she wants more justice, obviously. She wants her family to go to court. But I think the biggest problem is, and I saw this quite a while back, that once a judge has ruled something, it's very freaking hard to take them to court and undo all the crap that was done. A lot of you say that Judge Penny is corrupt, and she could well be. She could have been being paid off quite easily, but it's very difficult to take someone back to court when a judge has ruled it for so many years and multiple times every year. She's ruled this conservatorship to be maintained and stay in place for 13 years. Now that is a difficult thing to overturn. And I don't think Britney truly ever will get justice, as in regards to what she wants done to her family and all the rest of that. But I am more concerned about where Britney is and why they keep putting this stuff out. Like, her Instagram comes back, not a post, but just posts on Twitter? What? Britney loves Instagram, and we all know that. Like, why would she get her Instagram back, whether it was suspended by Instagram or whether it was the team blocking her out? But she got it back, it's up. Why wouldn't she post on there? Because she loves that place. But anyway, she posts on Twitter. And I don't know if I believe this, because as I said, I think it's a word jumble. And Britney was writing a book. And I think a lot of the book, she is talking, and someone, a copywriter, is transcribing it into words. Not Sam. Sam is not good at English. And when I see things starting to read weird and that, I'm like, man, has Sam been writing this? Because he's so bad at English and speaking English. And by the way, where is he? Oh, that's right, he's making a film. I think he's making the next year's work of Pretending to Be with Brittany in a CGI studio. That's actually what I think. And I could be 100% wrong. I don't care. It's just what I think, and it's what I feel. Because Sam has gone so quiet, it's not even funny. He did one leg expose just for me. Just to show, remember the other week, like last week, I said that Sam's dead because his leg snapped off at the knee? The next day he put up that leg workout. Like, thanks, Sam. I appreciate it, because the world was worried. And now that they know your cheeky legs are back, you've still got them, and you're still refusing to do leg work, you're a lost cause, man. But Britters, you're also a lost cause, because no one knows where you are. No one even knows if you exist. There is a hell of a lot of people out there that think Britney's dead. And there's a hell of a lot of people out there that think there's 8 clones of Britney. People that believe in clones, are they very clever? I ask this question because I don't think clones exist in our world. It's so far-fetched. It's like, are these the people that, if L. Ron Hubbard was around today, that they'd become Scientologists? It's so bizarre that these people keep maintaining that Britney's a clone, and I just go, whoa. And you're saying Britney needs to be in a conservatorship. Whoa. I know I'll offend people. I actually don't care. I don't care if I offend people, because these are just my opinions, and between you and me, opinions ain't facts. And we would live in a bloody boring world if we all thought the same, man. I say it all the time. It's good to have different thoughts, but I will not believe any of this, and I said it yesterday, until I see Brittany holding a newspaper of the day, proof of life, chatting, because I think she's either hiding or in an institution, locked up. I really do. I don't believe there's any variation. She's either hiding in another country or in America or locked up. That's it. They're your options. So reveal yourself, Brittany. And everyone's like, oh, they saw Brittany coming out of the Ventura Sheriff's Office 2 days ago. This photo here. Man, I don't believe that's Brittany. Come on now. We all know that there is the Brittany double, and it's not a clone. It's just what we in the acting world call a stand-in. And that is who I think is coming out of the sheriff's office, because we've seen her in Westlake, the fake Brittany. We've seen her in many different locations, as in Mexico, Maui, all those places. And I say, whenever we see Brittany in public, it is the fake Brittany. It is never the real Brittany. And I can see that by all this diversion tactics of, deactivating her Insta, putting all these audios up. It's like, your game is failing and you're gonna come unstuck pretty soon. I do feel this. I feel that if this team is as nefarious and evil as they say, they're going to come unstuck. They really are. There's too many eyes on them to get away with it. Just reveal where Brittany is. That's all I want. The date of the day, I want a clear camera, no fuzzy shit, and it has to be the real Brittany. Actually, the real Brittany needs to show all her tattoos. And I know that a fake Britney can get the tattoos, I get that. But there's a big difference between transfers that are stuck on your skin as opposed to tattoos. I got a couple of old tattoos and they're fuzzy as ever because they're so old. Old tattoos just keep spreading, man. The ink just keeps on going. I'm just going out. I'm spreading right out. Spread my wings. Remember that this plot thickens at an alarming rate daily. But I'll be back tomorrow talking about Miss Brittany. But I'll also be back talking about Mr. West. And here I love him, Mr. West. Love you guys. Remember to let the good vibes in and the bad vibes out. You feel me? You dig? Cheers, ballers.
How it real, how it real, feels so real. How it real, how it real, how it real, and that feels so real. How it real, how it real, how it real, feels so real. How it real, how it real, how it real, and that feels so real.